Well, two things. One, he seemed a little confused and perhaps tired. It's been a long trip. I completely get that. I've been there before, too. But I hope he didn't leave an impression of weakness in the mind of Xi Jinping, who would have been very capable in that meeting. Second, he said something on Taiwan, right? He started with the comment that we haven't changed our policy with respect to one China, yet we all know President Biden multiple times has made statements that are in direct contradiction of what he just said. So he said Xi understands him. I couldn't tell you what our Taiwan policy is today, and that is incredibly important. And finally, and Dana, you hit on this, while they're sitting in the meeting, the Chinese Communist Party is building out islands in the Pacific and building coal-fired power plants, and our biggest problem with them seems to be climate change, according to President Biden. That's a big mistake. Xi Jinping will read this as American weakness, and the idea that we're just going to have more talks and more discussions seems to me ill-founded. What we really need are actions, not just more words and more meetings.
He said that we want to stay, Biden said, I intend to stay competitive, but not have confrontation with China. I don't know if that's possible. And even at the end, the president said, look, he's not saying it was a kumbaya meeting in any way. And we'll wait to see what the Chinese say about it. Not sure if we can believe any of that. But is that possible to compete with China vigorously, but without confrontation?
Dana, this confrontation is already underway. It has been for the past decade. They have built their economy in China on the back of the American worker. They're inside the gates here at home conducting espionage. They're inside our university systems and our research centers. So for a president to say, well, gosh, I hope we don't have confrontation, I think fundamentally misunderstands the threat of the Chinese Communist Party and what it presents to ordinary workers, people all across our country. This idea that there's a Cold War, not a Cold War, those are just words. The Chinese Communist Party has deep intentions. She has now a virtually lifetime lock-on power. And his idea of a world that looks more like theirs and less like ours is one that we have to confront in every dimension: economic, military, diplomatic, political, each of them.